What what are some of the stigmas or misunderstandings you faced about the mental and emotional toll of being a firefighter?
That all PTSD looks the same. That, it's always like super violent or, you curl up into a ball and cry. Certainly those are true for some. That's not really how it affects me. Uh,
Do you think that veterans experience something similar?
yeah, I'd imagine so. I mean, the ages are a little different. In the state of Connecticut, I joined up when I was 16, which is really young looking back. Of course, when you're that age, similar to 18-year-olds, you don't really have the mental faculties that you might need to process that kind of thing. I guess the upside is that fire is not actively trying to kill you. PTSD is something that doesn't really go away. You can manage it. You can go to therapy. You can get medicated, but it's always going to be there. There's no outrunning it. Just kind of learning how to sit with it. So without leaving the question too much, just, better support, understanding that this is kind of a part of the human experience if you experience this kind of stuff. All I would say is that just there's this whole destigmatization movement, which I think is really, really good. Um, I think that for older people, it's really hard to talk about this kind of thing. Like it was really difficult to talk to my mom and dad about it because, this is not blaming them. They were children of the 70s. So this was something where if you mentioned, a mental disorder, then they got super freaked out. Um, So thankfully they came around to the best extent they could. Of course, they don't really understand, but um, I think that while it's getting better, it's going to be another decade or two before we really start to see the results of this movement because the people who are in power don't understand, and we're not raised in an era where it was important to understand.
A question for you, Matthew. What was your experience transitioning from military life to civilian life?
It's a horrible disaster. On the military side, we have classes that we're supposed to go to, but they're a bunch of check the box kind of BS. It's there's no real classes that can prepare, especially combat arts, to transfer over to the civilian side, hold any sort of particular job or anything like that. Our skill sets not easily translated into paper pusher or factory or anything else like that.
What would you share to just the general public or overall civilian side about the real struggles veterans, first responders? You've held down quite a few jobs in that area. For what you faced after you've returned home.
Well, it's honestly for all uniform services is what we refer to them as. It's a little different for service members who served in combat theaters, but the problem is the same all the way across. We're not, and I don't want to say the average civilian. It's because it's not that we're better. It's we've lived a life that's different, and no sooner could I understand how the general populace thinks and acts and responds to different situations than I could anticipate them understanding how I do. Some
What do you think is the first thing that should be changed for how veteran healthcare or uniform services healthcare is handled?
Oh man, I mean, I'll go with healthcare across the board. Like, we need professionals that stop being led by big business, pharma, suits, up in some ivory tower that don't know jack about medicine, telling these people how to take care of us, especially.
Then, moving on, Elizabeth, for you as a caregiver, what challenges have you faced when caring for your husband's needs and well-being?
A lack of support and a lack of care for my husband, especially in mental health, but also in physical health. When it comes to mental health, there are a lot of people that they view mental health has been polarized so much that people look at it as black or white. Well, I made it through, so you should. And they don't fully understand triggers, non-triggers, things like that. And VA and Army or military body talking to each other. It's just whatever's in that file, whatever's in that record is what they take to the VA. And then they have to guess and check and say, oh, well, the Army was wrong here, or they were right here, and, oh, well, they didn't technically say this is service-connected, so we're not going to worry about it. Then it becomes a fight to get health care. Even though it's supposed to be they served our country, they earned this health care, they don't get it.